everybody. Welcome to A Case of the Jills. So welcome to part 3 in this series where we continue to talk about athletic identity. Athletic identity is the concept of aligning ourselves first and foremost with being an athlete or as a participant in whatever our sport is. It's what happens when we define ourselves as athlete first, person second. This sounds really great until we actually have to stop doing our sport or do less of it for whatever reason. Then comes the inevitable crash when we realize that we don't know who we are anymore. We're talking about this because if you are watching this channel, you might be suffering from either overtraining syndrome or hypothalamic amenorrhea, and you are definitely in the position where you need to step down from your sport a bit. The feelings of uncomfortability associated with that process is why we're having this discussion today. First of all, I want to remind you, if this describes you, it's really not your fault. This is something that's incredibly prevalent in our culture because all of the messages we get about athletes and people who participate in sport and do exercise is that those people and their behaviors are the types that we should be valuing. In a society with a burgeoning health crisis, those who participate in sports or who exercise or even seem like they do are the types of people that we really value. If you're not sure if our culture actually pays more attention to sports than it does to a lot of other things, just look at how we dress. Nobody's walking around wearing outfits that look like a Nobel Prize winner would wear them. We're walking around in our North Face jackets, our Patagonia fleeces, our Nike swoosh t-shirts. There's no elbow patches. Think about the types of things that we tell people about ourselves. We're extremely proud of our athletic endeavors. We put our race finishes on our professional resumes. So what do? How do we fix this? The plan is to build up the person you are inside so that no matter what happens, you come out strong. This means that whether it's time for you to take a break from your sport for the next day, week, or month, you can do it without feeling like you're losing who you are. Building up who we are inside begins with viewing things from a positive attitude. This gives you the power to change outcomes and become strong. It allows you to build resources and become resilient. And as we have talked about before in the past, this is the way to navigate anything that might come your way. There are 3 ways to do this: through meditation, journaling, and play. As promised from last week, we're going to go through each of these activities in a way that an athlete can understand. That means you get numbers and instructions. Okay, first and foremost, we're going to talk about meditation. I am no guru or expert, but I can tell you that meditation has a ton of data behind it to describe why it is good for athletes and regular people. Everyone should be meditating. For athletes in particular, it increases focus, it manages fear, and helps with performance anxiety. It actually strengthens your immune system. And if you're headed down the path of overtraining syndrome, this is really important. It helps to reduce those ruminating thoughts that keep recurring in your mind. It stabilizes emotions, it's a stress reducer, and it helps you get better sleep. So now for the athlete's brain, how do I do this? First of all, don't get intimidated. This can be as easy as finding 3 quiet minutes in your day. Here's what you do. Sit comfortably anywhere. Set your alarm for 3 minutes. Close your eyes. Try to get your breath to come in and out of your nose, but use your belly. All you have to do is listen to your breathing. So here's the thing, your mind is gonna wander, you're gonna feel stupid, you're gonna get mad at yourself, but that's completely normal. Just keep screwing it up for 3 minutes straight. That's all you have to think about. I can mess up breathing for 3 minutes straight. The alarm goes off and you're done. Now you just have to find time to do it again tomorrow. If you want in-depth expert information on meditation and why it is good for mind and body, go ahead and read the works of Sharon Salzberg. You can even try out Dan Harris, or you can go right to the Headspace website or app where you can get some really fun animations and tutorials about meditation for dummies like me. Okay, number 2 is journaling. I want to be specific about this because one of the things that I learned is that it's not just journaling where you're just going on and talking about your day. It's a specific type of journaling that helps to elicit a positive response. They call it expressive writing. The idea is to write about positive things to make you feel positive, and this is based on the work of Barbara Fredrickson. Expressive writing helps you reframe events. It helps you build self-compassion and confidence. It increases your problem-solving skills and can actually enhance academic performance. It helps to generate hope, serenity, and love. So, how does an athlete do it? An athlete, or anyone else, goes and grabs some index cards. You're going to write 1 word on the front of each index card. The words are love, joy, interest, awe, inspiration, gratitude, hope, serenity, amusement, and pride. Fold up each one of those cards, throw them in a bag or a hat, pull one out each day. The following are your instructions. You get one emotion per day. Think about how the emotion feels to you. You're allowed to write about the past, present, or future. Reflect on the emotion while you're writing. Be detailed. If negative thoughts come up, write them from the lens of the emotion selected. And write for 15 to 30 minutes. Every day, try it for 2 weeks. This kind of stuff can be especially helpful when you're going through those transitional moments. You may be having 1,000,001 different emotions by the minute. Focusing on one at a time can really help you sort things out. I really highly recommend this practice. And if you try it, I hope that you write in the comments below or send me an email, acaseofthejills@gmail.com, to let me know how it went. Okay, now we're on to number 3, which is play. There is tons of science to explain why goofing around makes you feel good, but I don't think you need me to tell you that. Playing definitely makes you feel good, but the first thing you have to do is get out of your own head to do it. This is a major problem for me sometimes, where I'm afraid to kind of like let loose and be silly because I'm afraid of what people are gonna think about me. I know that's hard to believe, but it's actually true. The idea is just to not think, just do it. So now, give me the instructions, Jill. How does an athlete do this? First, find a friend, family member, or pet. Second, grab something throwable. A ball, not related to your sport. A frisbee, a donut, whatever. Take off your shoes if possible and stick your feet in the grass. Throw said object toward the other living being. Smile, laugh, repeat. You can also try board games, baking, jump roping, sidewalk chalk. Basically pretend you're at your friend's house after school. You're about 10 years old and there's no technology available to you. That's called playing. If in about 3 minutes you're not rolling around laughing and having a great time, find another person to throw a frisbee at. These practices might seem a little simplistic to you, but the fact is that they're incredibly impactful. And like I always say, there's a ton of research to back this up. I really hope that you will try one or more of them for at least 2 weeks and see how they affect you. I hope this video was helpful to you today. Thank you so much for following me on Instagram and for finding me on Facebook. I hope that you're having a great day wherever you are, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.